Terrorism is a problem in the world we live in, and it's growing more and more each day. Terrorism is a surprise attack involving violence against civilians to attain power. To put this in short form, it's basically an attack without a warning. People die and get injured from terrorism. There are two main groups: ISIS and Al-Qaeda. The Al-Qaeda group is responsible for the 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers. ISIS is responsible for most of the terrorist attacks that have been happening lately, like the Paris attacks and the shooting in California. Attacks that have happened in the past years are the 9/11 attack, Paris attack, California shooting, and the Mumbai. An example of an attack that happened a while ago in 2001 on September 11th is the 9/11 attack on the Twin Towers. Basically, what happened was suicide bombers hijacked two airplanes and crashed them into the Twin Towers, causing many deaths and many injuries. This is just one of many attacks that have happened. Why is this issue important? This is an important issue because it affects millions of people's lives when any sort of terrorist-relating action happens. This is because many people's lives are in danger. People die, many people are injured, and also the environment is destroyed. Just like how when the attacks in Paris happened, many people died, many were injured, and the environment was destroyed. Those people that were present at the attacks or who lived in Paris were not the only people affected by the actions. People around the world were also affected. People around the world see the people killed or hurt, and that makes them sad, and it also makes some people mad at the people who did the attacks. Also, resources can't be sent out of the country because the environment has been destroyed. How is this issue represented in the media? Terrorism is represented very well because when an attack happens, the media responds right away and it shows the world what's happening. It's always breaking news on the news channels. The news channels talk about the attacks for at least a week or so. It's always on the front page of the newspapers. Everyone around the world is informed of what is happening. So what is being done? People are trying to stop terrorism quickly. There are many groups created to stop terrorism, like the CCAT group, Canadian Coalition Against Terror. The group has made many new laws to protect us from terrorism and also help stop terrorism. There are also groups that help keep terrorists from not entering into the country. Also, there is more security in government buildings, sports stadiums, airports, and etc. How are individuals affected? When an attack occurs, it affects people mentally and scare them for life. If you were present at the scenes when the attack happened, you will always remember what happened and know how lucky you might happen to survive. Also, when people lose family or friends, they will remember their loved ones, and it will be hard to forget about them, knowing terrorism took their life. Terrorist attacks and terrorism relate to the novel United We Stand because in the book, when Will and his father were at work in one of the Twin Tower building, a plane hit the tower when they were inside. This was when the 9/11 attacks happened. Thanks for listening.